All right, this is grandfather. Now, I want you all to understand something as best you can. 2017 and beyond will be a year or more of helping. You will be helped, and I request that you help others in ways that are comfortable and satisfactory to you. So, keep in mind, it's not a year to convince people that you are right. That's a big one for a lot of you. It's not a year to be convinced from other people that they are right. It is a year to allow people to think what they think and to be allowed to think what you think. It will feel at times like an ebb and flow with the way water will come up and then go down. But it will be a good year in a lot of ways because it is a preview of what life can be like. This year you will notice that many things you used to be angry about just don't seem very important anymore. And therefore it's not going to be necessary to put on a show, okay? To pretend to be angry. If you're not angry about it, let it go. It won't make a big difference to your friends. They may let their anger go too. It's a year when other things will catch your attention and soon not just be the talk of the town, but the talk of the world. Many things in the past that were considered to be scandalous or outrageous will seem to lose their appeal as all eyes look towards the skies. This is the year of phenomena in the form of, yes, UFOs, yes, ETs, but things happening in the sky, as I've said before. Now, many of you have noticed things in clouds that look exactly like something. And the reason they looked exactly like something is that they were something. Some of you have noticed an eye in the sky. Others have noticed what looks like a village in the sky or some kind of picture that's trying to form. Many others of you have noticed faces or pictures that were clearly animals or people, even though they may not always have been looking at you. They may have been looking down, they may have been looking up, or any kind of direction. This is the year when your internal and immortal spirit, also known to some of you as your soul, begins to emerge as your day-to-day self. And that is why anger about things that sometimes you've even forgotten why you're angry at that person or those groups of people will seem to fade away. Because when you are not embodied on earth, you are in your natural state, your soul state, if you would, your spirit state, which is entirely of love and nothing else. That is why when you hear people describe people who have had so-called after-death experiences, And they described this incredible love that was all-encompassing, all about them. Everything was love. And that is your true nature. When you die at the end of your natural cycle, all of the struggles and strife that you've known on the planet, all of the pain, it just falls away. And you are your natural, loving, spirit self. But this will begin to emerge in your day-to-day self. Don't fight it. It's your natural self. It is the road to recovery on this planet of a benevolent state of being for all human beings and ultimately for all beings. This is the state that was originally in existence here on Earth, but over time, this experiment or that experiment, this process or that process, with the best of intentions in its creation, turned into things that were uncomfortable or painful or worse. But all that will be going away very soon. ETs who will visit Earth and have been showing up a bit in the skies in the past few years, as I mentioned they would, will now be able to approach more closely. And sometimes you'll have dreams or visions, all right, of the ETs having been in your room where you sleep, or in your home where you live, or in your office where you work. And some of you will even feel like they're sitting right next to you in your car where you're driving. And you look over and say, "Oh, but that's my dog." And dog will look at you with love, and you'll drive on. But still, they might have been there visiting. And dog, like all pets, know that these life forms are here to help you. And they will help. They will help to show your science peoples the things they can do to cure all disease and to prevent disease from ever happening again. Oh yes. You may think that some diseases have left you in a condition where you cannot be cured. You cannot have your limbs back again, or you cannot have your teeth all present. But all diseases or injuries can be repaired completely. And it is possible to do this without becoming partly a machine. It just can be recreated in the most benevolent way from your own body. And such medical treatments are in existence right now in almost every place else in the universe. So, when the ETs arrive and have these abilities, it's not that they are so amazing, it's that they are so natural. I want you to think of it that way, because the natural way they are, and they will look, most of them, like you, like Earth people. A few of them will be a little different, but I think you'll find them attractive. Almost, as you say, chic and fashionable looking. And the way they look will be imitated in fashion. So you might like that. But most of them will look like you. And they will be like you. Their personalities will mesh with yours without any difficulty. The only thing they will not be able to do is engage in political discussions or arguments or why, for some reason you can't remember, you're angry at this person or that person. They won't engage in that. But they will be happy to talk and share about life where they're from. And they will let you know that they consider you to be cousins or brothers or sisters or aunties or uncles. They will tell you things that will surprise you, that has to do with human civilizations all over the universe. They will let you know that you can be like them in ways that you would want to be, because they are not here to convince you in any way that their way is better for you. They are just here because you can begin to remember your natural self as your day-to-day self. And that all begins in 2017 and beyond, though some of you have had glimmers of that for a while. Now, those of you who might be frightened about these things, because it does represent a big change, you don't need to be. No one is going to be blamed. Keep that in mind. Also, as you move into this more benevolent state of being, no one will be left behind. Because remember, in your natural state, you are love, and that's what you are. You won't be what you've been in the past on earth if you've been hurtful or harmful to others, or if you've been hurt or harmed by others. You won't be that. This is the time that has been promised, and it starts in ways that many people, and all people, at least towards the end of 2017, will be able to say, well, I never thought it would come, but I saw it. I had an experience of it. I feel so different, but I feel relaxed, as though this is how I really am. This is who I really am. These are the good old days that are coming. Good life.